Hello, my name is Aniel Tamirano and I would like to share some thoughts and ideas with you today. Many teachers are worried about having a wide spread of ability in their classes and not feeling too confident about how to deal with this situation. I think all of us have been in the same situation, I for one. So, what can we do? We can differentiate instruction. Now, this doesn't mean that we're going to give the less confident students easier tasks and extra worksheets to the more confident ones. No. It means we are going to accommodate our teaching to create the best possible experience for all our learners and help them master the required knowledge, concepts, and skills. Now, how can we do this? Well, I would like to share with you some tips that have worked for me in my teaching career. Let's begin by a big concern, the time it takes. Remember that it is not always necessary or appropriate to differentiate each and every activity. You differentiate when you know that you have to close a gap in learning or extend the knowledge beyond the core for the more confident students or motivate and engage students in the content. The advice I can give is start small and think big. Start small by working on one idea at a time. Don't try to differentiate the whole book in one go. No, it's impossible. You will give up. So start working on one idea at a time. Develop your expertise, share ideas with others, and also work with others, with fellow teachers, and build your knowledge base. Every hour that you invest in planning and implementation now will save you time in the future. We can also differentiate content, the content we teach, by using texts, for example, or materials at different readability levels. Putting materials in different formats, presenting them on tape or on video through auditory or visual means, meeting in small groups with struggling learners in order to reteach or discuss an idea or a skill, and also meeting with the more confident ones to extend the thinking or the skills of these learners. For example, if our learners have to read a text, we can make it more accessible for the less confident ones by editing it a bit, simplifying the vocabulary, simplifying the grammar, or even dividing the content into manageable chunks. We can also differentiate the process. That is, the activities in which the students engage in order to make sense of the content. Now, how can we do this? By using tiered activities through which all the students work with the same important understandings and skills, but they proceed with different levels of support, challenge, or complexity. For example, suppose learners have to listen to a conversation, and the task is listen and decide what each speaker thinks about the topic of the conversation. This can be quite challenging, especially if it is a long conversation. We can differentiate by giving the less confident learners cards with additional questions. For example, a 3-4 item true-false task. Tick the topics that you hear mentioned, specific things that the speakers say. You can also play the recording 2 or 3 times. Now, what happens while the less confident learners are doing this? Okay, the more confident ones can have an extended activity where they have to summarize the main point of the conversation, summarize what each speaker says about the topic, identify points of agreement, etc. These are just a very, very few tips. There are many other things that we can do and without too much work and too much time. I hope they are useful. Bye!